Oh, you know it's off the change.
Bam, bam, bam. Another episode of Off the Change. We are back. We are back. This is your host, Dr. Steph Sanders. Today I'm Doctor. I'm Dr. Steph Sanders. Any other day, I'm just
Steph Sanders.
But I got one of my boys, one of my favorite people in here today. So in the building. So I gotta say, be Doctor today. Give it up to my dynamic, beautiful co-host, Miss Kristy Nong, Asian Persuasion, Lumpia Queen. How we doing today, Kristy?
Blessed, tired, but great. I'm doing awesome. Good
Blessed,
vibes last night.
I thought
It was a whole ass vibe last night.
I thought you was gonna be blessed and highly favored. You're around black people too much. I really thought
I was around a whole bunch of y'all last night. We was the only minority. We was the minority in the club.
Y'all the minorities up in there. So
well, it wasn't even a club. It was a bar lounge, but it was kind of club-ish. Yeah. But yeah, we was a whole vibe by ourselves.
We're gonna get in that. We're gonna get in there. So off the change. Any off the change moments this week for you? Off the change moments?
Ooh, this week, you know what? No. Like this week, it has been a real chill week. Nothing weird popped off.
Yeah.
Nothing that stood out that said, you know what, this is an off the change moment. Nope. How about you?
I had two. Did you see Serena Williams pictures?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
So please share.
First of all, we're gonna show them. I'm definitely gonna put them on the site. But her and Sammy Sosa went to the same bleaching doctor for some reason. Got their skin bleached, whatever. But she looked real. It was real ridiculous. Other off the change moment was Floyd Mayweather is fighting Jake Paul. I wasn't tripping on. They had a little confrontation at the and it was staged. But I'm tripping on Floyd Mayweather's haircut and everything. He looked real bad. It was off the chain, real bad.
You gonna slap a picture up about?
Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there, and we are recording today. But I got one of my boys. Look, I told you I do this podcast because I got to do it with some of my best friends and people who are uber talented. This dude right here, not only is one of the best comics I've ever seen, actors. He does everything. I think he is a contractor. He's a pastor. He, the celebrity TV host, whatever, podcast, whatever. He does everything. But anyway, one of the best guys in the world, too. So give it up right now. Start clapping your hands for Mr. Kente Scott in the building. It's Bay Area zone.
Hey, town business, Oakland in the building. What's up, Steph? What's up, Kristy?
Hey, man, we in here, man. We're so glad you could join us this weekend, man. Mother's Day weekend. You in LA? You in the Bay? Where you at?
I'm in LA. Yeah.
Okay. You and moms this weekend? Y'all doing something special?
Yeah, sent her a special card.
Wait. First of all, is there something in that card?
Yes, a card and pens and writing.
Oh, like you like
something
in the card?
Slow down. No, because I was supposed to be in Oakland all next week, but my plans changed. But I'm gonna take her out when I go up there. So my mama old. My mom old school, I should say. She be trying to want me to still make stuff like I'm in third grade.
That's so sweet.
Maybe make that ashtray that became a paperweight.
Yeah, exactly. Like she keep all of it. She got like a thing that she said was an owl that I made for it. Looked like two pieces of clay pushed together with an eyeball here. It looked like abstract art. And she's like, that's that owl you made.
That's my baby made that. My baby made that a long time.
Yeah,
so all my listeners that do not know Kente Scott, Kente, tell them who you are, man. What you, I mean, the list goes on of what you've done, but I know a lot of our Black ethnic listeners and reviewers may know you from shows such as, tell them.
Shows such as The Parkers, Moesha, did a movie called They Call Me Sir with Michael Clark Duncan. Was in Denzel Washington's directorial debut. Antoine Fisher was in the Professor Clump 2, the Clumps Part 2.
Yeah.
With Eddie Murphy. Yeah. So they're working. Anything on UPN, I was that black guy. I was either the boyfriend or the gang member that got his life together. I was both of those.
The black guy. I love it.
Yeah.
How long you been doing comedy and acting? How long?
Acting since I was 17. Like it chose me. Like I didn't choose it. I went to UCLA, but I just went down there to go to school and hopefully walk on to the football team. But my freshman year, I was in the gym, and this guy walked up and was like, "Yeah, I want to do a commercial," and I was like, "Okay." And ended up getting booked, and like a week later, was shooting the Cleveland Power Company commercial. So that started my acting journey, and then my senior year in college, moms came to LA and she was like, I'm not leaving until you get on stage somewhere. So went up to the Comedy Store, got picked for their open mic lottery and did 3 minutes, and they laughed enough to keep me going. So that started off. So I've been in both of them forever.
That's what's up, man.
That is so awesome.
You do a podcast and with your sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also do radio. Is Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud or Earthquake?
It's on Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud station. It's Quake's House Radio Show. I'm a regular guest on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my podcast with my sister is called What's Sibling Rivalry, the podcast. Check it out. Me and her talk about everything from growing up to current events.
Yeah. Okay.
Dope,
So
I love that.
leads to the first question.
Mm-hmm.
So what interests do you have outside of comedy and acting? What's Kente like outside of acting and comedy?
Outside of comedy and acting, I call myself a cool nerd. Like I collected comic books since I was like 4 years old. So I got Black Panther on this arm, and I got Icon, the Black Superman on this arm. So I'm a geek. Like any Marvel thing, any Marvel movie, I'm in my zone right now. Like Marvel movies, Marvel TV shows, I am in it. Like,
You're a blurred. You're a black nerd then. Okay.
I'm a black nerd. Yeah, I'm a black nerd, and be all right with it. So all that. Also played sports all growing up. So fooled around and got into golf because that was like the only thing we could do during the quarantine. Couldn't go to the gym. So now I'm a avid golfer. I bought some Jordan golf shoes. That's how I know.
That's how you know.
You're an avid golfer. Yeah.
You know what? Did you know I golf? So we got to play.
No, I didn't even know. See, yeah.
We the same height, so we got to go beat the tall people.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't put that pressure on me. I'm good enough to make it through the whole round with the same ball I started with.
Okay, that's good though.
Hey, there you go.
That's the goal of a lot of people, and we call that a business game of golf. So you got it.
Right.
So right now, comedy has taken all kinds of different everywhere. Right, we got people who are made YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, OnlyFans, whatever you name it. So who do you enjoy watching right now? Who do you enjoy and seeing and watching?
Who do I enjoy watching right now? I like Tony Baker. He, one of our peers, but he's hilarious. He's found his niche with the voices, and his comedy is hilarious. Like his comedy is on point. Like Kevin on stage, his sketches and all that he's doing. I call him the Tyler Perry of comedy, but he's Tyler Perry with a heart. Like he cares about the folks he putting in his project.
Okay, yeah. And he also puts out quality stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So to hear more, everybody, like whoever is on Instagram, if you can make me laugh, then I'm with it.
Yeah, good. Okay.
I like that. Okay.
So food wise, what is Kente like to eat? What's your favorite comfort foods? Can you cook? First of all, can you cook?
Oh, for sure I can cook. Because my mother's a caterer, and when I went to UCLA, she was like, "I'm not gonna have you down there starving, waiting for some girl to cook you some food." So I've been knowing how to cook since I was 15. Like so, I can get down. My favorite comfort food is my turkey lasagna. My turkey lasagna. Like I've had girls break up with me and still stalk my lasagna. Like they see it on my Instagram. Like, when you finna make that, you don't even talk to me no more. Trying to get that lasagna though.
So when's hang on? When's the next time you're gonna be in Oakland? Because then me and like Steph can slide on through for a plate.
I'm going to see him next week in LA. So I'm just taking lasagna. I'll bring you some back.
Yeah, Kristy, like bring me a plate. She'll be like, Big Mama, let me get that plate. Bring your mama a plate home.
I'll bring her lumpia.
I'll bring you some lumpia. I got something to trade.
Okay, hey, there it is. Little party system.
That's the lumpia queen. So your favorite turkey lasagna. What's your favorite that you don't make? Like growing up, and then now you still love you. This is your comfort food. If somebody get you to have middle of night.
Don't make my mama's fried chicken or any church's grilled turkey legs.
Wow.
Any church that got a pit and you pull up on it, like you got these turkey leg plates, you better get it.
Better get it. About that. The turkey leg is the turkey is underrated. First of all,
underrated, and it's
underrated.
And it'd be like them big Flintstone turkey legs, man. You better get it. I don't care whatever. I don't care if you are atheist or Jehovah's Witness or Mormon. You see the First Ebenezer Baptist Church turkey leg dinners, you better pull up and get you one for $10.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna keep an eye out.
Hey, so as comedians, we have rituals probably, that we don't even know. Before we go on stage, after we get on stage, whatever the case may be. What are some of your things that you do before you go on stage or a day of a show or so?
Every day of the show, I gotta write out my set list, not necessarily the punchlines, but just like the topics of what I'm gonna do. I keep that in my, either if I have a jacket on, I keep it in this pocket. If I just have jeans on, I keep it in my back pocket. It's almost like, your cheat card when you used to be in school for a test. I don't know if I necessarily need it at this point, but I necessarily need it. Like, I'm like, hey, where my card at? I need my card.
And that's what
That's great.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, I got to go to the bathroom 3 times before I go on stage. I don't know if that's a ritual or if that's just my nerves. Like, hey, I'm going to clear this bladder out 3 times.
Yeah, I'm the same way with the bathroom thing, man. I think that's and it became when if I don't go to the restroom, I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough on stage. I feel like if I have it on stage, I feel like I want to just get this out of the way. And I feel like that's good. The set list, that I need to do that more. Cause I just be like, I go to write it out and I'm like, that's okay. Okay. I go over here and whatever spirit feels me. If I don't know it by now, I'm not gonna know it. But I get that that's a
but I've started to do that more in 2020 is be more open to what, like I just did a show this morning at 9 a.m. for at the church. I'm not a pastor, but at my church, they called me yesterday. They're like, can you come up and do 5 minutes before we doing it's the rites of passage. So it's young men learning how to be men and being mentored, but it was a Mother's Day.
I love that. Right.
Yeah, but it was a Mother's Day event. So they were honoring their mothers and they were like, come up and give us 5 to 7 minutes of Mother's Day jokes. And I was like, I ain't got nothing. So I just woke up this morning and then as I was driving up, the spirit led me and I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna talk about. And they loved it. Like, I basically led with.
That's talent.
Yeah, that's talent.
Yeah,
and what that leads me to is what a lot of people don't know, and Kente didn't say. Kente has a comedy class. It had a comedy class. He teaches comedians how to do this the right way. And
so it's structured. Yeah,
classes like him, because I've seen some people that have classes, and I'll be like, you shouldn't have a class. When I saw Kente had a class, I said, yep, that's the class I would go to now. Because but it's some people that have classes. I'll be like, you shouldn't really be doing that. So
so with comedy classes, how many is it really structured classes where it's like, okay, you have like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on and so forth before you graduate from that program? Or is it more continuous, like professional development?
It's kind of continuous, but it's also kind of there's no levels to it, because I believe that a comic that starts tomorrow and a comic that's been doing it for 30 years can learn the same things if they need to learn the same things. But it's a 6-week course. 5 of those weeks we're in the classroom, aka whatever office I rent out, and it's just writing. It's first I teach them that every joke is a setup and a punchline. That's the math of the joke, and then we go into writing jokes. I help them punch it up, and at the end of their end of their 5 weeks, we do a showcase at a comedy club, and they do 5 to 7 minutes, and I do it like a real comedy show. It's audience of civilians, aka their friends and family. I have some of my friends and industry folks up in there, and they get up on stage. I introduce them the same. I give them all the same thing. They see the light, and you go for broke. So because I learned, I took Judy Carter's class when I first started. Like after my first two.
Funny. Judy Carter wrote the Comedy Bible for everybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, she wrote the Comedy Bible. And when I started doing comedy, when I was still in school, I would whenever I buy my textbooks, I would buy a book that had nothing to do with school. And that I happened to buy that book before I was even thinking about doing stand-up. I bought it because I was like, that sounds like a cool book.
It was your calling. Yeah.
Yeah. And this was back in the day when you flip it over on the back and it would have all their contact information. So I reached out and she was in Santa Monica. So I took her class and took it twice. So at that point I had a 10-minute set. And then to Steph's point, I went to a friend of mine later on in life, a friend of mine's showcase at this comedy class he was taking. And he was doing jokes that you could tell that he didn't write. And I was like, oh, this guy is stealing these folks' money. So I was like, let me
Oh,
go on
wow.
and start a class. I don't do it to make a lot of money, because you don't make a lot of money at it, but I wanted to give folks who wanted it the opportunity to start off how they should start off their comedy career, or if they've already started, learn how to, write and elevate their
Right, and refine themselves.
project. Yeah.
It keeps you sharp too. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Keeps you sharp,
Yeah.
because you, like, every time I watch comedians or every time I'm around folks, I'm always like, dang, why didn't I think of that? So even in a comedy class, as you're punching up somebody else's jokes, it helps you write and it helps you think about new material for yourself. Because people like, I don't want to take a class. I don't want nobody stealing my jokes. And I'm like, first of all, nobody's stealing your jokes. Second of all,
Right. Your joke not still.
Yeah, I'm like, those are yours. Keep them to yourself. But
Yeah.
it inspires you to write more, and it gets you in that mode of creatively thinking and seeing the world with that creative eye. So then you're like, okay, let me get down and write me some more stuff, because in the showcase, I host it. So I come out and do a new 10, 15-minute set for them. So yeah, it's kind of selfish on my end, because I want to help them.
You also help me yourself.
Well, absolutely. Everybody's grown and being creative and, innovating themselves as they grow. So I love that.
Yeah.
So I think anytime you can be an inspiration to someone else and someone can be an inspiration to you, like you said, it doesn't matter if you started today, yesterday, doesn't matter if you've been doing it for 10 years. There's always going to be something you're going to be able to learn and grow from it.
What do you think is missing from the comedians that are coming out now, like this class or these classes that are coming out now as comedians, or would you like to see more of from like in our era when we started and so forth?
You said what I see that's missing?
Yeah, what do you think is missing from either comedy, acts, and just the
for the most part, what I see is missing is the level of writing, like of creative writing. Like, people are like, my generation, I emulated and watched D.L. Hughley, Ricky Harris, Robin Harris, even before I was doing comedy, but they took it a little deeper. Like, it was not just those surface jokes. So it's like a lot of this generation's comedians have gotten famous through social media, or gotten more famous through social media. So that part is easy. So they haven't had to do the grind of building 45-minute set, of working through a 45-minute set, of dealing with the ups and downs, and does that joke work, this, that, because the people that are coming, they're just like, oh, they love us because it's me and they saw me on social media. But they're not given, sometimes, not all of them, because there's a lot of them out there. Like DC Young Fly has elevated his whole essence of what he does as a comedian.
Way better than when I first saw him.
Yeah. But he embraced the grind. A lot of them don't embrace that grind because they're like, I don't have to. And and by right they don't, but they've only sped up one part of the process. That's like, hitting a growth spurt and saying I can be in the NBA because I'm 7 feet. Yes, you can, but you don't have no jumper, and you don't have you don't have no post-up game. So you're gonna be on the bench. You're gonna still get that money, but you're not gonna be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Shaq or somebody like that. So you're gonna be ML Carr over there.
Most famous ever. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. So if you ran for office, what office would you run for, and why would you be a good fit?
First of all, I don't know if I can run for any office because they digging up stuff from 10 years ago on social media, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm out. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
They digging it up, but you still get elected.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, that only works if you're orange. That don't work for black folks.
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta tap out.
Right.
I would run for mayor, like, because I feel like, and I really believe this, we as black folks, usually who I'm talking to, we don't realize that your mayor most directly affects you. Your mayor and your city council affect you, your day-to-day, your life,
your community, your
ups and downs. Like, we always vote on the shiny elections. Like, you should run. I'm gonna run for president. That's cool. That's a federal thing, and they don't really have a lot of power because they got to get the Congress. They're not winning. Yeah, so I would run for mayor, and I'd be a good fit because I'm in the city that I'm the mayor of. And I want us to win. Like, if I was the mayor of Oakland, if the Raiders wanted to leave, I'd have the Graders coming in next month. Raiders with a G, but we'd have another team. We gonna get us a squad. I'd be like, no, go to Vegas. Go to Vegas. We got us a squad. We keep this up.
That's good. So what's next for you? What's next right now? What you got in the works in 2021 and what you hoping to accomplish this year?
2020, well, that's a lot. You know, let me go get my list of goals off the bathroom, off the mirror in the bathroom. Right now, I do a comedy cafe at Faithful Central here in Inglewood. We're in our 5th years. We just had our 5th year anniversary. We're coming back to live shows in June, socially distanced, but whatever that means for California. Another goal is to, get back on the road, do some consistent touring. But I'm also writing a sitcom I wrote a sitcom with my sister, but now we're writing a romantic comedy together. So getting that on somebody's network or big screen are the goals. And I'm shooting before end of 2021, shooting my comedy special. I don't know if it's going to be 30 minutes or it's going to be 60 minutes, but the special is coming. So,
well, let me host it.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. I love it. Proudest moment so far as a comedian or actor?
Dang. It's probably 2 separate ones. But proudest moment as an actor so far was being the lead in They Call Me Sir, like #1 on the depth chart. Like, you're playing the guy whose name is in the movie. So and doing that with somebody who was up for an Academy Award like a year before that, Michael Clark Duncan, and carrying that whole project and just, that whole experience is what I'm most proudest of individually as an actor.
Everybody right now, go download the movie. They Call Me Sir.
Yeah, go check it out.
Duncan.
It's a cheap download. It's on one of them. It's on one of them black stations. It's on Black TV or Tubi or something. It's on.
As long as it ain't on Bounce TV, Lord have mercy.
We wouldn't see it if it was. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Bounce. I'm like that. I didn't have to bounce on your head. As a comedian, it's not a moment, but it's every time I get to work with somebody who I admired growing up in this comedy game, and then take it back. My proudest moment so far was working with Eddie Murphy on the Nutty Professor 2, but because I admired him as one of my Mount Rushmore comedians, but also we were doing a take and he called me by my name and I was like, Eddie Murphy, remember my name? And almost I messed up my whole line because
I love it.
Yeah, but just working with him, and then a week later I saw him. We went to the same dentist, and his because Eddie Murphy, he don't really remember, and he was like his assistant was with him. He's like, hey man, you was the dude on the bike. We just saw you last week, and he was like, yeah, you was a funny dude, man. You funny. I was like, oh man, I went.
Eddie Murphy said I'm funny.
You take all these teeth out. I don't need them no more. Eddie Murphy said I'm funny. I
have been anointed. That's right. Yeah. That's right, man. Yeah. Well, hey, before we go, we got 2 things. I'm playing a game called This or That. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you 2 things. You choose. Right. First thing come to your mind. All right.
Okay.
Got a last question. All right. So we'll start easy. Okay. Strip clubs or OnlyFans?
Damn, I don't like neither one. But if I had to choose, I'd choose strip clubs down south because those are parties.
Oh yeah, Michael or Prince?
God damn, leave it on Castle. The Wiz Michael and Purple Rain Prince. There it is. I'm not choosing neither one of them. They both trying to go to both of their concerts when I get there.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Biggie or Pac?
You dirty, you a foul mouthed son of a Biggie or Pac? Pac because he had more records. Like my thing is you can't be the champion of the world if you only had 2 fights. Like Biggie had 2 albums. He was fire. He was a lyricist. I love him, but Pac had more. Yep. And Pac hit him up. hit them up, hands down. That's why, yeah, that one right there. So
Yeah.
Okay. New Jack City or Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the Hood for sure. Hey, Doug, you got one brother left, man.
Man,
Right.
Coming to America or Friday?
Coming to America, one, only.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, hands down.
Murder Inc. or Bad Boys?
Bad Boys.
Brandy or Monica?
You know what? You selfish. Monica, I'm a fool with Monica because she, I'm a fool with Monica. No.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher, because Chris Brown is Usher's little offspring.
Chicken or fish?
Chicken or fish? Chicken all day, but now that I'm on this meal plan, I'm gonna go with fish, but chicken all day.
Okay. Steak or pork chops?
Steak.
Sushi or Chinese?
Ain't they the same thing? No, I'm sorry, Christy. Don't judge me. I don't know.
Really though?
They're not just.
I know. Clearly, I'm gonna go with Chinese because I like my food cooked.
Okay. Rap or R&B?
Rap.
Action movies or comedy?
Ooh.
R1.
Ooh. Hee hee. Dang, that's dirty. Because I'm like, my top 5 is got like, it's 50-50 comedy and action, but I'm gonna go with comedy because Blazing Saddles and Which Way Is Up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yeah. UFC or boxing?
Boxing. I don't want to see nobody up there wrestling in their drawers.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Neither. No, I'm sorry.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, McDonald's, because McDonald's breakfast is better.
Okay. Twitter or TikTok?
Twitter, because I ain't figured out TikTok yet.
Video Soul or 106 in Park?
Ooh, video. Ooh, free.
Yeah.
Video free on 106 in Park was the business, but I'm gonna go with Donnie Simpson.
Okay.
Shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you just land amongst the stars.
Yeah.
Hey, you kind of got that Donnie Simpson vibe too. Walmart or Target?
Huh?
Walmart or Target?
Target, because they closed the Walmart over here on Crenshaw because they said black folks were stealing too much. So Target, because they.
Oh my God. In Vogue or Destiny's Child?
Ooh, you's a son of a gun. Boy, you gonna cut you out so bad right now.
Yeah, that was cool in the new school. Go ahead.
Yeah, because In Vogue is they from Oakland. So I gotta go In Vogue. They from the town.
All right. Different World or Living Single?
Different world.
MLK or Malcolm X?
How you can't do that to a black person. You can't.
He's like both.
If I pick Malcolm X, everybody be like, "Oh, you old violent, you gotta make bean pies in your backyard." But I like because Denzel was in Malcolm X. So I'm gonna go with Malcolm X.
Okay, Brady or Manning?
Manning, I can't stand Brady. Brady cheated the Raiders out of their Super Bowl in 2001. I don't care nothing about it.
He did. 49ers or Raiders?
Well, when they were the Oakland Raiders all day. Since they moved to that Vegas, I don't fool with them no more. So old school Raiders.
And last one, Donald Trump or prune juice?
Prune juice. Give me a 40 ounce of prune juice. You can take my booty hole shut. Give it to me over Donald Trump.
Hey, I just wanted to hear that. That's what I love. Yo. And hey, last question for you. This is a foodie show. We both are foodies. Kristy and I met initially. We were going to have a food, What Comics Eat video show. And so anyway, we both met on a food tip. So we have a food question for you that we ask every guest. So I'm gonna let Kristy ask that.
All right, Kente. If you can invite 3 people to dinner, it doesn't matter who they are, if they dead or alive, who would those 3 people be, and what would you be serving? It doesn't have to be something you cooked. It could be something your mama cooked. It could be something you picked up from the restaurant. But
anything in
anything goes.
And while you are thinking
about it,
Are you thinking? I'm gonna give everybody our handles again. Off the Change Podcast 1 at Twitter, at Off the Change _show at IG. Hit us on Facebook, MK Nong. I am Steph Sanders everywhere, and also a serious production. Also email us. Remember to email us the answers to this question and other questions and guests you would like to see. offtechange@gmail.com. It's OFFDACHANGE@gmail.com. All right, Kente.
Man, I was over here listening to your handles. Wasn't even thinking. The 3 people I'd invite: Richard Pryor.
All right. Good one.
Yeah. Jesus, because I'd want to see how he really felt about hanging out with those folks. For real, for real. Like, God ain't listening right now. Tell me what you really feel about it. You knew Judas was gonna dime you out. You ain't never want to strike him with lightning, give him a little leprosy.
At all.
Right.
You want to put nothing in the supper, in the juice?
Exactly. And Vanity from Vanity 6, because that was my crush growing up. I had her poster.
Wow.
You see the nipple with the areola.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
And what are we serving? I'm gonna serve. Ooh, dang! I'm gonna serve from. It's gonna be a spread from Papados mixed with my mama's my mama's Thanksgiving cooking. So it's gonna be fried gator. It's gonna be the Papados gumbo. We're gonna have a couple of hurricanes up in there. Jesus drank. He turned water into wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then then we're gonna have smoked turkey, candy yams, collard greens, and my mama's sweet potato pie. We're going to sleep after we eat.
Hey, and I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm serving or something. We're gonna be there, Kristy.
Right.
We're gonna be there for that.
I'll be your waitress.
Hey,
Yo.
come on, Kristy.
Thank you. That off the chain. That has been Kente Scott. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kente. I'll see you soon, man. One love. I appreciate you so much, man.
Always.
Hey, and off the chain, we'll be back after these messages from our sponsor.
Y'all got a sponsor? Okay, then.